Alrighty. So, we got a new lens. It's got a wider angle, and I thought, what better way to test it than to sit back on the good old couch and talk about the day. So today I I thought it would be a good idea to check in and see where I was at, but and also because I wanted to also because I wanted to get some more protein. I already ran out, so I thought, hey, I'll be able to check in, I'll get my discount, and then I'll be on my way, right, with my protein back home to shoot the video. But they were closed, so I guess it's fate that I'll just have to do it tomorrow. I did go to the local grocery store to buy these things. These are interesting. It does also have 32 grams of protein, similar to the Isopures, but they're just about 40 more calories per carton. And less fluid ounces for sure. So this is interesting, but I've had about 2 of these already. Chocolate flavor. It's okay. Now, I wanted to expand actually on yesterday's talk. Well, specifically about nutrition, because in looking at my videos, I don't think I've ever gone over the actual numbers or what numbers to consider when you're trying to track your macros and then seeing whether or not you're on the right track or if you're doing the right thing. And well, the thing is, in looking online, and apparently these things, right, these macros, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats are known as the big 3. And again, so in looking online, I couldn't really find like a one size fits all per se, but there were like parameters and ranges that were suggested that were most common, right? So for example, one of the most common ones that I found online was what they call the 50-30-20 split. And that's 50% being carbohydrates, 30% being protein, and 20% being fat. And then I looked at that and I was like, well, that sounds about right with at least where I'm at with whatever I'm eating. Anytime I look at my calories, I'm almost always at about 20-ish to 30-ish% of like my calorie intake. 20 or 30-ish % of it is like protein. So I think I've been sticking to that. And I guess the way to calculate it is if you are looking at like, for sake of even math, let's do 2,000 calories. And if you're at 2,000 or out of 2,000 calories, if you're paying attention or if you're following the 50-30-20 rule or split, 50% would be, that's 1,000 calories coming from carbohydrates, about 600 of those calories coming from protein, and about 400% coming from fat. Now, there is another way to calculate it if you want to go by how much your body weight is. And again, these are all ranges that I found online. So just sort of tweak it, figure out what works for your body. If you have a local place where you can get a body scan, or if you have your own way you can do your own body scans, that's even better, because then you could really see, like, based on what you're eating, how it's affecting your muscle mass as well as your body fat percentage. But for the numbers, in terms of how much you should take, and this is in grams versus, I'll go with pounds instead of kilograms, because that's what we do here in the US. Well, we do kilograms as well, but I'll do pounds because we all measure ourselves by pounds here. But in case anyone was wondering, I believe it's 2.2 pounds per per kilogram, right? In case you want to calculate that. And if you are using kilograms, that's a good way to do that. But in pounds, for carbohydrates, you want to be at around 2.5 to 5 grams per pound, right? And for protein, you want to be at zero point 0.8 to 1.2 grams per pound. And then for fat, you want to be at 0.25 to 5 or to zero point 0.5 grams per pound of fat. I don't know how close. I know I've said that I want to pay like super close attention, but then again, I was like really thinking about it, and I think I like, or I enjoy, or rather like I'm a lot more motivated to just kind of work out and then still like eat what I want to eat, as long as I'm still aware of like sticking within a range. I don't want to get so meticulous to the point where I'm at the grocery store, I'm looking at the nutritional facts of everything that I'm buying. Because then for me, I mean, just the thought of meal prep alone already gives me like a lot of anxiety. So staying at the grocery store for like 4 to 5, I mean, maybe I'm exaggerating it a bit, but staying at the grocery store for longer than I should just because I'm trying to look for what I need to eat. Yeah, I don't know if that sounds really exciting to me. And I know that the counter arguments to that as well. You know, being healthy isn't supposed to be exciting. It's you know supposed to do it right, but I think there's other ways to it, right? Like everyone has their own different strokes for different folks, right? And what I'm doing right now, I'm actually really enjoying it. I'm not trying to say I don't want to make myself feel uncomfortable, because to be completely honest, doing this whole thing already, it has put me in such a huge level of like uncomfortable. Like I've I've not recorded or vlogged ever. I've not been this consistent going to the gym. I don't think I've ever drank this much water in my life. So just like being consistent on all these things across the board, like I've already put myself at a level of like challenge or difficulty that I think I'm going to stick with that for now. And then once I feel ready to stack on more, then I'll go ahead and do it. But for now, I'm going to stick to, exactly what I'm doing. And we'll just keep eating what we want to eat. But again, yes, I'm still going to stick within a range for sure. But speaking about what I ate, well, I actually really didn't eat anything yet. I had like a small meal that was about like maybe 500 calories with 30-ish grams of protein. I did have 2 of these shakes already. So yeah, I think, okay, so for calculations, to be exact, I'm at 2 out of 8 pints of water. It is still very early. It's like 2 o'clock here right now. So I'll be able to catch up to all of that. And I actually don't think I calculated or I considered how much water I drank at the gym, but we won't count that. I'll still drink more water anyway. So I'm, again, 2 out of 8 pints of water, and I'll be able to catch up for sure by the end of the day. And then for calories, I'm at 940. And then for protein, I'm at 104 grams. So I think I need to drink another shake just so I can catch up to my protein. But for workouts, again, isolated exercises over the weekends. So for today, we did sit-ups, 4 sets of 15 at my body weight. I took it a little easier today because I was going, I feel like I was just doing weights, planks, flutter kicks all week. So I wanted to take it just a little easy today. Leg extensions, I did 40 reps of those. Bicep curls, I did not take it easy. I hit a new high of curling 70 pounds. I couldn't do the full 10, so I did 2 sets of 5, and then like 2 like half-ish reps. So I did like 5 and then like a half of a 6, and I did that twice. But I'm not going to count those, so I'm just going to stay at 10. But 40 total. Isolated triceps, 40 reps of those. calf raises for 40 reps, the abductors in and out for 40 reps each. And yeah, so I am pretty stoked for tomorrow. As soon as I get my body scan and I get back home, I'm just gonna record the video to just let everyone know where I'm at or where we're at. And I can't wait. I can't wait to see where we're gonna be. No quote today. I normally I spend a lot more time in coming up with these, but I more so than anything I wanted to be able to test the camera already today, and then I didn't want to lose my train of thought in the topic that I talked about earlier, aka the big three. But we will try to come up with a quote tomorrow. But until then, I will see y'all.